Okay, so now I've painted everything black, and using a sponge brush, black paint, and some water. Now I never measure the ratio of water to paint, but what you'll want is the most even surface and less porous. You're gonna need thicker paint, and the more porous the material and uneven, the more diluted you'll want the paint, so that it can drip in the crevices and stuff like that. And so yeah, the plastic was pretty much straight paint, the cardboard slightly diluted, and the hills that is made of boards of compressed sawdust is very absorbent, so it needed much more water so that you can drip basically the paint in the crevices. So now what I did is made myself some textured paint using some water, gray paint, and some fine sand. Mix it all together so that it's gonna be looking like concrete when it dries up. So you have to put enough water that it flows nicely. But not too much so that it doesn't cover properly. Okay, you can see the consistency is still pretty watery, but when you can see the sand going out. For the cardboard, the texture seems okay, but for the plastic, it seems a bit too watery. So I'll add more paint. And more sand. And if it's still not right, I'm probably just gonna let it dry and then add a second coat. But seems better already. let it dry and see how it looks. Like I say, then there's some space where the sand dripped a bit too much. I'm just gonna put the second layer. Alright, so now the bunker is ready for the flocking phase. So I'm using some of that poly flexible filler. I'm gonna put it pretty much everywhere. And once the whole surface is covered, then I'm gonna use my flocking material. Alright, so now it's all buttered up. So I'm gonna put some rocks. A bit of cat litter. Smaller gray ballast. You could use sand. So because it's a bunker, probably seeing a lot of fighting. There's not going to be much vegetation, but just a bit. So it's going to be dirt and rocks and stuff like that, and maybe just a little bit of green. So here I've got a bit of ground coffee, make some nice dirt. Mix the coffee with a bit of lighter. Some fine ballast. Still got some mixed stuff with a bit of green. So I'm always putting more than what I really need, because after that I can just turn it upside down and keep the rest for the next project. some down. And I'll try to fill up the holes. Alright, so here I've got the finished bunker. And what I did after putting the flocking is I sprayed over pledge finish, and what it does is that it seals the flocking on so it doesn't fall if you turn it over. And I also painted the door, so well, I painted them black and then put a bit of silver paint on it. And as you can see, might not be able to see very well, but there's a Space Marine in there. So yeah, this ended up very hard once the paint with the sand was painted it. And yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with it. Pretty cool. So yeah, if you would have a Space Marine with the gun forward, you could probably put it through the slits. Alright, thanks. See you.